We didn't crash any holiday parties, but we made it to one in January at least.
The only one we were invited to.
We were invited.
Yeah.
I kind of crashed, but with an invitation.
No, it was fun. We had a little casino night at the Current Digs, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, I feel like casino night's definitely a popular like holiday party theme, but it's really fun.
A lot more people. The setup was a little different this year in terms of the layout. So not having like full round sit downs was very helpful because everyone had to stand up and sort of mingle with each other and like play games. If you need to tell her to lay down,
No, she's fine.
we can have her lay down.
Yeah, it's fun to gamble with fake money.
Mm-hmm. It's also really fun to gamble with real money.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like spending my own money on that, but
To each
fake
their own.
money, I'm all about it. Because then you can just go big.
Yeah, people won some games, some awards.
Did you win anything?
No, sure didn't. Yeah.
Well, I think Stella should maybe get you a little prize or something.
Yeah, Stella. I think maybe we could work
And
something
me too.
out.
I wasn't even allowed to be in the raffle.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
I blame Stella for that.
Stella, you mean?
I blame Stella for...
Oh, okay. I thought you said a different name.
Oh, no. Stella, where's my raffle ticket?
We'll have to get her on here, get her take, have her call in.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Beyond the Lobby,
Beyond the lobby.
you lizards.
We want to talk about like guest preferences and things that you can enhance your stay with.
Mm-hmm. And just some pre-planning advice.
Yeah.
Just thinking ahead of your own trips, you know? Just
Yeah.
being mindful and, well, we like to be anticipatory and try to plan a lot of the stuff for you. If you don't communicate to us before you get there, doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah. But I want to start with a little story about connecting rooms. So I'm sure a lot of you have stayed in a hotel and like requested a connecting room or had one, whether you wanted one or didn't want one. But most hotels don't actually have that many connecting rooms at all. So if you are booking a room, or if you're booking 2 rooms and want them to be connected, you need to do that way far in advance, like months in advance. And you need to book them online or however you book a room, and then call the hotel and speak to someone in person and make sure that they like put that request in your reservation and make it sound like very serious that you like have to have these connecting if you have like small kids or whatever it is. But just booking them online and like putting a note in there or something is not going to do the trick. You have to call and speak to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't do that, you get a guest like I had where they booked 2 rooms and I don't even think they requested connecting, or there was maybe a comment in there somewhere that said connecting. And also, if you book a room on a third party, we don't get the notes that you request connecting. So if you book through like Expedia or TripAdvisor or whatever, and you put in connecting, like they keep those notes, but a lot of times the hotel doesn't actually get those. So again, booking with the hotel is better because we get that directly.
Yep. And if you book a decent hotel and you're spending a good amount of money, they'll also reach out to you before you get there, 2-3 days in advance, asking if there is anything you'd like prepared or specific in the room, itineraries,
Yep.
things along that nature to really, enhance your visit and make sure we want you to come back and feel like the VIP king or queen or kings or queens you are.
And if you book direct, there's like every reservation, there's like special codes that are attached to it, and you can search those codes or run a report for those codes and like assign these special connections. So like there's like a connecting room code, and so there's like reports you run to like do that, or if you have a birthday or anniversary or something, like there's codes for that. And so when you book direct and request it, that's like way easier for us to catch and actually get those rooms connecting. And a lot of hotels, well, the bigger hotels, they actually have a position called rooms controller, and they actually like manage all of the inventory for the hotel and find stuff like that and make sure like all the reservations are set up correctly. And in a large hotel, that's like a full time. Like, I mean, at the hotel we worked at, it was like a PM and an AM shift every day was a rooms controller.
It's a very intimidating job. I never did it.
Yeah.
I do it kind of now in the smaller hotel, but because you're managing the inventory. So if a room goes out of order due to hypothetically a flood or a broken window, and suddenly you're negative in that category, you're kind of in charge of moving people around to the next acceptable room.
Yeah.
Whether it's an upgrade or unfortunately downgrade.
Yeah. Usually, so like the rooms controller works with all the other departments, and if there is something wrong, they have to like adjust and fix that. Or if the sales team oversells us in a category, then they have to adjust. And there's a lot of different strategies of, if you're like a loyalty member, you like get upgrades, and so we always prioritize that and things like that. But yeah, that's how they kind of catch those special requests. And there was a guest who didn't have that, and I checked them in and explained that we don't have connecting rooms because it was like it wasn't like, if you wait until you're checking in to request connecting or to confirm connecting, it's most likely not going to happen because
it's too late.
It's too late at that time. Those rooms are already taken. Someone else requested it. There were people already checked in, and like the blocking doesn't work. There's a lot of reasons of why it doesn't work.
Yeah, we can't just magically build rooms. Length of stays, people are like, day of, you're locked into the where you're at essentially.
And if we're sold out the day before, then like every room's booked. And even if someone didn't want a connecting, we had to put them in there. A lot of in a larger hotel, you have more flexibility where you can choose to not put someone in a connecting room on a busier day. But with small hotels, you don't have that option. Like every room gets
every room
filled
is used
every day usually.
And if you're put in an ADA room, it's still sold as a regular room, and people are weirdly mad about it.
Yeah, people get really upset if they get put in an accessible room. Yeah, it's just bigger.
It's just bigger. Things are
it's actually like nicer.
Maybe a little lower to the ground.
Yeah, like
desk items and whatnot.
The sink like doesn't have anything underneath it.
Yeah,
and it's almost exactly the same. I can see though, if you normally go to a hotel that has a bathtub and then you get like a roll-in shower or something, that would be frustrating. But nowadays, new hotels don't have bathtubs. Usually, you have to have like a suite for that.
Yeah,
the hotel we worked at, 90% of the rooms did not have a bathtub.
People are confused and, why don't I have a tub? I'm like, well, because you didn't book one. Also, a hotel tub gross.
Yeah,
also gross,
Why are you coming to a hotel and wanting to soak in a tub that 500 other people have used? I don't get it.
And for whatever purpose they may have used it in, we don't know.
I don't even like taking a bath in an apartment that I've lived in for a year.
I'm the only one that's ever been in there.
Yeah.
I don't even like that.
I know. I love baths too, but like if I move into a new apartment, I have to deep clean that thing a couple times before I sit and soak in it.
Oh yeah, I'll almost make mustard gas, combining some chemical cleaning agents in there before I put my dainty little bare feet in there.
Yeah, I can't fathom bathing in a hotel. I don't think I ever have.
I haven't. It's up there with pooping on an airplane for me. I just won't do it.
Really?
I'll hold.
What's the longest flight you've been on?
I had a connecting flight in Helsinki to Los Angeles. I didn't get out of my seat once. I didn't even pee on that flight.
How? That's so crazy.
I forget. It was over 9 or 10 hours.
That's wild.
I mean, I think I got up to like walk around, but I remember not like going to the bathroom.
Did you like eat and drink?
A little bit. I think I was so tired. I was
just like asleep.
I just been in Italy for like a single week, so the jet lag I think finally caught up.
Yeah, it makes sense. I love international flights because
they hook it up with food and drink. It's
like
great.
The food and drinks are great, and like the seats are more comfortable, and I really want to do like the Four Seasons has like a Four Seasons jet, and it's like this whole experience where you like get the jet and then you go from like Four Seasons to Four Seasons.
Like as a guest, you can book an experience.
Yeah.
And they fly you privately.
They fly you privately from like one to the next. I think it's like 3 or 4 Four Seasons properties you go to. And you fly in the private jet there, and it's wild.
We'll come back next week with the number on that of what that cost.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know.
I doubt they even advertise that.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like an invite only. Like,
It's like the black card.
yeah. Yeah.
You got to be invited.
It's crazy.
I interrupted your story.
It wasn't much of
derailed
a
that.
story. It's just the guest was screaming at me in the lobby, and the agent, like, not the agent right next to me, but someone actually in the back heard this person screaming. And, like, usually when you do that, you call security, just, as a precaution. This guest is screaming at me loud enough that security gets called just because we didn't have a connecting room. And there was literally, I was doing everything I could, rooms right next door to each other, across the hall from each other, like a suite with a room next to it or anything. And yeah, nothing was making them happy. But even at that point, you offered to like cancel their room with no charge and you can go try a different hotel. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm like, well, I'd be more than happy to cancel your reservation with no charge.
I say that. I just don't say with no charge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've been in that room?
Yeah.
Got to pay for the night. We prepared the room for you.
I do love that too. I'm like, well, you did spend an hour in the room, so I can cancel it, but there will be a charge.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
If they walk in though, or if it benefits you, if you're on it oversold or something.
I will waive cancellations
Yeah.
real quick.
Like, please cancel.
Like, you are, we don't know if we're going to make it or not.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'll also pay for your dinner.
yeah, I'll start negotiating.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't come, I won't charge you. How's that? Pretty good deal, right?
Yeah. This is kind of sidetracked, but we should talk about overselling. That'd be fun.
That's a two-parter.
Yeah.
I think that's yeah.
Explaining that. We'll stick to special requests. What other special requests are there that are fun?
I've got one sort of similar to yours. It was Parents Weekend, and if you're listening and have heard this before, just skip forward because I'm going to tell it again.
I don't think you have.
Parents Weekend, UT, go Horns. It was a father-daughter. She was in her late teens, early 20s. I don't know for sure. They booked a 2-bedroom suite. And the layout of this particular 2-bedroom suite has a shared master bath and a half bath. And it doesn't have like its own door. The second bedroom has its own door. And there's a like singular long hallway in between the two rooms. So it is a unique setup. It's not everyone's favorite. And they were quick to let me know he was not going to share a bathroom with his daughter. It was a really weird stance for him to take.
Yeah.
Really strong stance. Because he came back down very quickly.
Huh.
And let it be known.
I wouldn't expect a 2-bedroom suite would have 2 full bathrooms, honestly. But I don't know.
Yeah.
He did, apparently.
Heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had different. I think he thought he had booked the other 2-bedroom suite, which is about twice the price because it has the connecting room, 2.5 bath. It's the corner room, and it's got a balcony. It's super. It's
That
our
sounds
version of
nice.
like a penthouse. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sick. So he came right back down, assured me he would not be staying in that room with his daughter to share the bathroom. Again, I don't know why it felt weird. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's weird.
you weirdo.
Yeah. You don't have to be in there at the same time.
Yeah, no one's forcing you to like look while she comes to. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into that. And it was a busy weekend, but we were able to move some stuff around. I was thinking some other parties were interested in that 2-bedroom suite because they didn't realize. Guess what? Not all rooms are connecting. Full circle, and I will admit I may have messed up the interaction because I told him as soon as we had 2 rooms available, not connecting, side by side, right next to each other. He loved that idea. We were able to make it happen. But the second room wasn't ready yet because someone had just departed. You have to flip the room. It's like a 2-hour clean. And that's when it's, if they can get in right away. Our housekeeping team, our hardest workers in the building. Mm-hmm. So finally got it flipped. Being busy. And I think that was like my first couple months there. I may have forgotten to call him and let him know. The second
that it was ready.
Because they went out for the day to whatever event
Yeah.
they were at. And
So they chose to not have the suite and have 2 rooms right next to each other.
correct, yeah. For the same price. So they still got 2 rooms, and
Yeah.
it was going to be easier than trying to tell them, actually, it was a little more money.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be little bit of a price increase. He got back, definitely had some beverages, I'd imagine. Little red face, then got a little more red when he saw me and started just dialing in. He was leaning over the desk where the point where I was like,
oh God.
I'll jump the desk right now. I'm like looking at the footage, like looking at the security cameras. So I might have to.
Yeah.
He cooled down. We got his keys. I thought I was going to see him the next day. I didn't see him that night. But he left my manager with the sickest burn about me that I've ever heard. I think about it every day of my existence. He was checking out and he said, "That Chris, just not it." It's so good.
Hilarious.
It cut me so deep.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to hurt someone you don't know, just say that.
Yeah. He's not it.
Just not it. He paused too, because I rolled back the footage, and you could see him just like shake his head and like look into her eyes and just not it.
That's hilarious.
By name too. He remembered my name.
God. That's so funny.
So that was yep.
People go wild over connecting rooms or something they think should be there and is not real.
Mm-hmm. It just comes to pre-planning. Hotels have only so much storage space, and granted the bigger ones typically do have a better layout per floor of like housekeeping items, fans, extra bath towels, rollaway beds, but there is a finite amount on mini fridges, microwaves, and rollaway beds.
Yeah.
So if you come in on a busy weekend, for a music festival with your friends, and there's 5 or 6 of you in the room, also don't do that. Just book an Airbnb next time.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap. And expect to have that option available for you. And don't be surprised if it's not, because it's been requested for weeks, months even.
Yep.
And there is...
Again, call ahead and request it, because then housekeeping prioritizes that. If you request it at the desk or once you get to the room, it might be gone.
Mm-hmm. Might not be available.
Yeah. If you are traveling with a sports team and coming in, don't expect a fridge, because every single person in the hotel is going to have a fridge and a rollaway bed.
Oh, you remember the bodybuilders?
Yeah.
They would stain all the sheets because they spray tan the day
Self-tanner.
before, self-tan.
Yeah.
And
yeah. All the sheets were brown.
And they all have their own crazy diet.
Oh,
so
microwaves
they
too.
Microwaves and fridge it and insane. I'm literally working out because I'm carrying weights to their room
Yeah.
while they get their pump on right before they go on stage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not make it look heavy.
Uh-huh.
I'm 160
As
pounds.
you're pushing it on a cart.
But you have to take it off the cart.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But can you help me with this actually?
And those big motherfuckers don't tip.
No.
Let you know right now, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan for that weird sport they do.
They're not it.
They're just not it.
No. Oh. I think yeah. Calling ahead, one thing that's really fun for front desk and hotel people to do is little surprise and delights or something. So if you're coming and staying at a hotel for a birthday or an anniversary or something, it's really fun for us to help you plan that. And most of the times the hotel will go out of their way to make it really special, no charge or anything for you. We enjoy doing this. That's why we're in the business to, make these really fun, special things happen. So if you call the hotel and talk to the concierge or the phone operator, whoever answers the phone, front desk, whatever, give them details and ideas and let them run and play with it. And you'll be really surprised and delighted.
There's a whole team dedicated to that.
Yeah, that was half our concierge's job is to make sure that happens. And when it comes down to it, there was even goals of we need to do this many every month or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's competitions where you pick the best one of the month, so you take pictures and try to one up your friends, your buddies, or your coworkers if you're not friends with them.
And even other departments do it, and the engineering team will come ask the front desk, be hey, we want to do a surprise and delight today. What do you have? And we'll go through the reservations and see if there's any comments or someone's called in. If the concierge knows of someone, they can give them to the engineering team to do. So every department in the hotel does it and has a lot of fun with it. And so call and let them know what you got going on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when I get those calls, I can tell when it's genuine for the most part. A lot of people do, not a lot, but there are, people abuse the system every now and again. And
Yeah.
you say, wish them a happy birthday at the desk. And like the one person's just really confused because they didn't realize their partner was getting a free bottle of champagne and sent to the room.
Yeah. It is cute when someone walks like to the front desk and you can tell like it's like partner who like booked it for the other one and they're like trying to impress them, and you see that they just booked like a standard low level room and you get to like upgrade them to like a nicer room and like maybe send a card or a bottle of champagne or something to their room. It's like fun to like help them surprise their partners and stuff.
We had some guests actually just depart the other day. They were here for a few nights. This young couple, super sweet. And they like kept coming back to us, chatting with us and just being like really friendly and nice. And I checked them out of the system and like, I think you guys were being like just really cool the entire time. And like I think they were there celebrating. So we sent some stuff up, of course. And then we were chatting. And we're like, yeah, next time, I think we upgraded him. He's like, yeah, no one ever does that. I'm like, man, just ask. He's like, I never do. I'm like, please just, if you guys have been awesome, just keep being you.
Yeah.
And talk to the guests or the agents when you check in. Like, yeah, it might not happen every time, but if you don't try, it will never happen. And I won't use their names, but their dog name was Buck. So if you're listening, you guys are dope. Come back anytime.
Buck. Yeah, I think we mentioned that before, but like if you're just nice and ask for like an upgrade or whatever it is, if we have it and can give it to you, we'll give it to you. Like it doesn't really cost the hotel that much more money at all to like put you in a nicer room.
Mm-hmm. But when you call back down saying, hey, is there anything, you got a balcony, then that upsell program's coming into place. I'm getting a little commission on that.
Yeah. If you're asking for something like specific or like,
if it's more than like a 1 or 2 room category upgrade,
yeah,
I'm going to get a signature on paper saying you're going to pay the additional fee.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a nice thing. If you book like a standard room, you can come to the hotel or even like a few days before your reservation, and call, and you can get upgraded for cheaper than booking that upgraded room. You can just like have an upgrade fee on your room to be able to get a nicer room, and it's cheaper than booking that room.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Good little negotiations, a little back and forth,
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, just ask for what you want. And in a nice luxury hotel, you'll most likely get it.
We are trained professionals.
Yes.
Here at your service.
We are here to serve.
It is my absolute pleasure.
And to...
Couldn't imagine a better day. If you ask me how my day's going and I say that, just know I am not liking the day.
Yeah, you're
just
freaking
know I'm
me
in the
out
shit
right now.
Yeah, just knowing I'm not doing well.
I haven't heard like work Chris in a long time.
Couldn't imagine a better day. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Just know I truly would rather be literally anywhere else.
Literally anywhere else. But we get paid to be happy and say that.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Nothing else brings me more joy.
It's so bad.
I got quite a few more in the quiver.
Yeah, we'll save those for the next episode.
Well, kind of
I
a
think
quick.
that's it. Yeah,
kind of a quick one, but
just wanted to mention on the special requests and making sure that that hotels are there to make your stay really special, even if it's only for a day or a nice long weekend or a business trip. Tell them what you need and what you want, and they'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. I'm excited. I am going on a work trip soon, so
where are
I
you
get
going?
to stay in a hotel, New York.
New York, huh?
New York.
I'm walking here.
It's always weird being like the person staying in a hotel on a business trip and not the person working in a hotel checking in the business person. But it's fun being able to, I've like already given them my preferences and like know what to ask for. So
are you going to look down at them when you check in and say, I used to do what you do?
yeah, like what system are you using? Yeah. I could do that quicker.
Why is this? Shouldn't you be better at this?
Yeah. Why is it taking so long?
Can you get a
That's not the quick key you should be using.
Can you get a hot dog for me while you're there?
Sure.
Just like a cart on the side of the street.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is definitely, it's not a work trip, but I'm extending before and after. And my friend Val's going with me, and it's definitely a budget trip. So we're going to be having some pretzels and hot dogs on the street stands for some food.
Also, you should go to my favorite pizza place.
Okay. You have to tell me. Send that to me.
I will actually. I'll tell you. It's called Sbarro's.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not going there.
Everyone
You
from
just
New
go to
York
the mall down the
everyone
street.
from New York just turned this off.
Yeah.
They threw
We
their
just
phone.
lost a bunch of listeners.
They threw their
that
phones
we
across the
have.
room.
Yeah.
Dave
All right.
Dave Portnoy's pissed.
On that note, I think we're gonna end this episode.
Yeah, we should
now.
wrap this.
Yeah. Cheers to
Cheers.
pizza.
Until next time, lizards.
Bye-bye.